This is disgusting. Disgusting. We have children. This is disgusting. Thank you. I moved to Romania 10 years ago, and I found an amazing country full of beautiful people. And I told the whole world about Romania. If you mention the name Romania anywhere in the world, they'll say, Andrew Tate lives there, Andrew Tate lives there. I've done nothing but promote this country. I've done nothing but say fantastic things about Romania endlessly. And when I did this, people would say to me, if Romania is so nice, if it's so safe, it's so beautiful, why has it got such a bad reputation? And I said, well, there's probably a few bad actors, a few bad people who destroyed the entire reputation. Like the few fools at DCOC who just came along and told us that the mothers of our children are somehow human trafficked. I've been nice, I've been patient, I've played the game, I've respected the judiciary, I've gone to every appointment on time, but they busted my house again. And now I'll come along saying there's 35 victims. You know, all 30 of those girls, 30 of them, have statements in our defense. 30 saying we've done absolutely nothing wrong. Two more are the mothers of our children, and 2 more have never even been to Romania. They've never even been here. They just found random girls we knew in other countries.
Come back. Oh shit, no. Come over here by me. Let's go. Come over here by me. Back up.
So I'm sure most of you have probably already heard the news already, but the one and only Andrew Tate has been arrested in Miami, Florida, on some, I guess they're saying some child pornography charges or some more, sex trafficking charges. I don't know what's going on. But one thing for sure and one thing for certain, don't believe what's on the surface. Never believe what's on the surface. There's no telling who's after him. There's no telling, who he's pissed off. He's pissed off people before. Now, listen, I'm not the one that agrees with every single thing that Andrew Tate says. I agree with about 70 to 80%, of what the guy says. But I also have enough common sense to understand and to know that when people want you, when people who are in positions of power, right? When people who have motion, right? For the younger generation, that's what they like to say, right? For the people who have motion in the world, right? Powerful people, bankers, the who's from Whoville. If people want you, they'll find some way to get you. And it looks like Andrew Tate has found himself in a pickle because some people wanted him real bad to the point where, they set up some extradition with the United States government, which he's been coming to the United States for a good minute now because he thought he was safe from extradition from the UK. However, they pulled some strings and got his ass up on out of there. But here's the thing, right? And I'll give my own experience with this as well. This is why I'm not quick to believe the media. I'm not quick to believe just because somebody said something, she said something, and and it's always like people are never coming forth. Why does the man always have to be the one that's ridiculed, even if proven innocent, right? The so-called victims, they never have to come forth. They never have to reveal their identity. I think there needs to be a rearranging of that. Now, do I get it? I get it to a certain extent, right? You want to protect them in case, the person is dangerous and so on and so forth. But we've seen so many cases to where the man has to get dragged through the mud, but the accuser just gets to get away scot-free. And just to make, these assumptions or, put this on somebody and possibly ruin their life, I think you got to have some kind of, skin in the game. That's just my opinion. But let me give you, this is something that happened this year to me, right? I released a video on this as well, but several, I think two women, right, at the workplace tried to say that the kid, right, the kid was harassing them, right? One chick even took it as far as to say that I have been harassing her for 2 years, right? 2 years. And I'm like, huh? 2 years? Bitch, when? When did this happen? Because right? You must got the you must got the wrong tall, dark, and handsome, right? You got the wrong guy. You surely have. But I had to talk with HR several times, and I've said HR is not your friend at all, right? They'll make it seem like you're just guilty. There is no chance in hell that she could be lying, right? That's the HR guy, right? A man, right? He came at me as if I was just automatically guilty, and this is the same way that the media is coming at it at the same time, right? Every single man that has been dragged into this, right, who has been through these kind of cases, they're already guilty until proven innocent, right? Don't matter if it's in the United States, the quote unquote freedom country, it does not matter, right? It doesn't matter if we're granted due process, it does not matter. Time and time again, the man is guilty before he's proven innocent each and every time. No, there's no innocent until proven guilty, especially when it comes to the woman. And I've experienced this myself, and this is not the only time I experienced this. I experienced this third-handedly as well. When I was in the military, right? This was in AIT, right? We had a little, I forgot what holiday it was, but you know, in AIT, even if you are old enough to drink, you're not supposed to be drinking, especially off base. Right? You're not supposed to be booking hotel rooms and having a party, but they already knew that was going on in the first place. So, you know, whatever. So
welcome to the afterpill.co, your one-stop shop hub for everything that I offer. Whether you're here to book a one-on-one coaching call, join the Patreon community, explore Horizon Atlas, your relocation app, or access my latest content and resources, you'll find it all right here. Choose your path, take action, and start building the life you want.
Whatever holiday it was, we had we booked a hotel, you know, of course we, you know, got the girls together and all of that stuff, right? So there was a situation that happened with some guys that I was with, right? It was 3 guys and they had 1 girl with them, right? It was 2 girls, but I was with the girl that I was with. We went and got something to eat, right? So I had left the room. We had left the room, right? So the chick that they was with, you know, is just 3 guys and 1 girl. So when we came back, the door was locked. It was like bolted locked. We had a key, but we couldn't get in. So it was bolted locked. So we just assumed, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, they getting busy. So we waited on them to, you know, finish up what they were doing. And, you know, we went in like nothing happened. You know, it is what it is. You know, folks having fun, blase, blase, blah. So weeks go by and MPs start showing up, MPs, military police, right? They start showing up, investigators start showing up. So these guys got arrested, right? And the charges were, you can guess it, grape. The charge was grape. So MPs showing up, FBI, show her your hands, right? MPs showing up. These guys got arrested and had to sit in military jail. So apparently she had said that they had graped her, right? Which I'm confused because I'm like, come on, nah, that ain't. We were outside the room. Like we went into the room. Ain't nobody said she ain't say anything. She ain't told her friend. Right, her friend, you know, didn't say anything. So what happened? So apparently she had told her friend after the event that, oh, these guys did this and did that, and so on and so forth. So these guys had to sit in military jail, and I had to get pulled. I had to stay for a long time, you know, on base just so they can finish the investigation, right? So I was getting pulled and questioned and all of that stuff. So long story short, she got mad because they had a video of her, right? She found out and discovered that they had a video of her, and she got mad and told authorities that basically she was raped. She was not raped, and luckily somebody had proof that she wasn't raped because they got her on film giving consent, right? So with my mindset, how it's set up, these bitches be lying. Right? Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, shouts out to, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, make fun of actual victims. And it's so sad that, you know, that real victims gotta get pushed in the same grouping as the ones that just be telling lies, because it is unfortunate. We want people to be, you know, held to the flame if they out here doing weirdo stuff. But however, there's so many cases where people are just lying, right? And I've went through this several times. Just what I just explained with the workplace. Chicks are literally lying. Lying for what? I don't know. Right? To get some kind of brownie points, to get back at you. She thought she was the only one. I don't know, she probably felt special, so on and so forth, right? It could be a variety of different things, just like the chick with in the military. The only reason she went that route is because they had a video of her, you know, giving that Gok 6000. So she wanted to get back at him, and that was her way of getting back at him, right? But you never know if somebody is lying. You never know if somebody's just, you know, making up something about somebody just to get back at them. And I've learned firsthand, right? It took me going through something like that to realize that, I don't believe things on a just because the media says something. I don't believe something just because they said that, oh, she said. I don't give a damn what she said, right? I could care less about what she said. Where's the proof? Right? Show me the proof, and then, you know, okay, I can investigate it and I can look at what's going on. But so many people are willing to drag people's name in the mud, and you're not going to get an apology for it either. And in fact, I'll take it as forward. Listen, men protect women, women protect, hold up, wait. Men protect women and women protect women. Nobody protects men. Facts. I'll say that one more time because I messed it up a little bit. Women protect women. Men protect women. Nobody protects a man. And that's just facts on facts on facts, right? I've discovered that even when talking to men, right, and like the HR motherfuckers, right, even when talking to them, they are even insinuating that you're guilty as a man. They're insinuating that you're guilty. Right? They're not looking. I've had this dude literally on the phone, HR, right? He's basically saying, I was like, I don't know why. I'm basically explaining to him the situation. I was like, I don't know why she would say something like that. Well, yeah, that's a little bit suspicious, don't you think, that she would say something like that, huh? Right? I'm just like, bruh. And like, this is what I mean. Men protect the very system that we have today, right? Many of you are wondering, like, why we don't ever see any improvements for men? Why don't we ever see, you know, this kind of stuff nipped into the bud? Well, you have weak ass, beer-filled belly ass, flat-footed ass, overweight ass, high blood pressure ass ninjas who protect the system, right? Y'all think a lot of men, y'all think is, oh, the women doing this and women doing that. I'm not trying to, you know, shift blame or, you know, say that they don't do stuff. However, in 2026, I've seen a lot, done a lot, experienced a lot so far. And I've came to the conclusion that it be the bitch ass ninjas, man. I'm sorry. It be you bitch ass ninjas, man. It be y'all. It be y'all holding, y'all the ones holding the gate. Y'all the ones, you know, doing all the riffraff. Y'all the ones who are doing the idiotic ish. Y'all are the ones who are holding up the system. That's what y'all are doing, right? No, it's not. No, it is. It is, and I've learned that firsthand. So this is why I'm not quick to believe anything, right? May he, you know, go through the proper judicial process, and we'll find out the answers then. Like I said, I'm not, you know, trying to protect him or anything, or, you know, I agree with some things, and I don't agree with other things. However, I believe everybody should be subject to due process. I believe that everybody should be, you know, innocent until proven guilty, even though we don't stay in a system, right? Probably nowhere on this planet, right, that gives men the benefit of the doubt. And that's what I got to tell y'all, man. You're not gonna get benefit of the doubt, right? If you get caught up with some shit, especially with women, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. You're not getting. Look at what they did with Mr. Diddler, right? Listen, Diddy, Diddy, right? Diddy was charged for being a freaky ass ninja, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? They try to put all kinds of stuff on his name. He'd been doing this, he'd been doing that, right? Don't get me wrong now, you know, some of the stuff he was doing is suspicious, especially when it came to some of the footage that came out, you know, with Cassie. However, right, the state of California chose not to pursue that case. He wasn't on trial for hitting Cassie upside the head. That wasn't what he on trial for. Was it some nasty behavior? Was it some ugly behavior that, quite frankly, I think he should have been held to the fire for? Absolutely. However, that's not what he was on trial for. He was on trial, right, for so-called trafficking and so-called, you know, rape and all that other stuff, right, that they tried to put on his name. But ultimately, they just tried to charge him for being a freaky-ass ninja and made Cassie to be some kind of victim when she really wasn't. She was a willful participant, right? And, you know, they tried to make him like the big bad wolf, and he was guilty before proven innocent, right? Or he was guilty before he could prove his innocent. And listen, once you get caught up in that system, like I said, especially dealing with women, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Men, nowhere in the world gets the benefit of the doubt. You will never get the benefit of the doubt. So I made this video just to give a little bit of my story as well, because I went through something similar, right? Not at the magnitude, but still went through something similar. And for you guys who want to, you know, climb the ladder, for you guys who want to be somebody in life, these are the things that you got to watch out for. People will come out the woodworks. Absolutely. People will come out the woodworks and try to say, oh, back in 1985, yeah, he did this and he did that. People will come out the woodworks, girls that you probably, you know, had a little fling with, and you don't even remember their name, but they remember your name, right? They try to come out the woodworks and say that they was drunk and intoxicated, and you took advantage of them, and so on and so forth. Yeah, things like that happens. Just like with me in the workspace, chick talking about I harassed her for 2 years. I didn't even know the bitch name. I'm like, who, sir? Who is it? Like, can she reveal? I can't tell you that. It's the same thing within the court system. It's like, okay, so you want me to stand trial for somebody that I can't identify, right? I can't bring proof because I don't know who this person is, and they won't even they won't come up to the stand because they're protected. But somehow you want me to stand trial for somebody who is protected. Make that make sense, right? And it's all across the board. It's a bunch of BS. So listen, take what you're hearing with a grain of salt. Let all the facts come out. We already know that Andrew Tate is a public enemy #1, right? Especially over these past few years with him just being such a vocal, you know, character in a sense, right? And then I think he was trying to run for office, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK. I don't know what he was trying to do, but clearly he done pissed some people off. Clearly, you know, I don't know what he's caught up in or what he's been doing. I know he's been awaiting trial and all of that good stuff in Romania, and I think he was already charged in the UK already, if I'm not mistaken. So clearly he's up shit's creek. It ain't looking too good. They talking about once you start talking about children getting involved, I mean, yeah, but he's never been. This has never been something that has come up before. I do recall some you know, women making up some false accusations about him or whatever the case is, but never have they ever said anything remotely dealing with children. It's kind of hard to really believe that that he is caught up, but then again, you don't know. But I kind of doubt that. I'm doubting it, right? That he was actually caught up with kids, right? Now it's easy to believe, you know, Trumpstein and all them folks. Yeah, that's easy to believe. That's very easy to believe. But I just don't see that. I just don't see that kind of behavior with somebody like Andrew Tate. But like I'm cool to be wrong. I'm okay to be wrong. But anyway, man, listen, stay up out the system. get up out the system, because you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt, right? From men or women, right? They're not looking to prove you're innocent, right? They're looking to prove that you're guilty, and you got to protect yourself by any means necessary, man. Especially if you having some money out here, if you having some motion, and you dealing with multiple women and so on and so forth. Listen, you got to make sure that you got all your T's in order, and make sure all your paperwork in order to make these hoes sign NDAs, right? Make them, right? When I was in photography, right, I was dealing with certain women, and I've lost business because women refuse to sign paperwork, right? They refuse to sign certain paperwork. Mind you, my girl put the paperwork together. She was like, nah, we gotta have these. My girl was like, nah, we gotta have these. Look, women know women, right? My girl was like, nah, we gotta have these bitches sign on the dotted line, right? Because these bitches be tripping, right? I've lost business because I wanted chicks to sign, paperwork to protect myself and to protect them as well. It just wasn't one-sided paperwork, right? It is to protect, both parties from, abuse or, any kind of, riffraff. But chicks are outright, refuse to sign. Why? Because they want to have something on you. Come on now. They want to have something on you. They want to have something that they can go back to. They don't want to sign no paperwork, right? Nah, they want to be able to take your ass to court, and they want to be able to throw a charge on you if need be, if you piss them off, and maybe you done got a little, some on the side. You told her, yeah, I'll give you 12 pictures. Like she said, let me get 20 pictures. I'll give you a little some on the side, right? I'll throw that ass back for you, daddy, right? She don't want to get embarrassed. She don't want none of that. She gonna take you to court and put an accusation on you before she ever get embarrassed. So man, yeah, man, stay about the system. Stay out these folks' way. Try not to piss people off, right? And it really helps you to, reconsider, how far up do you want to be, right? How far up, literally, how far up do you want to be? How far up do you want to be? Because at certain heights, everybody's gunning for you. It's a long way down when you reach certain heights, right? It is a long way down when you reach certain heights. And Andrew Tate for sure has a long way down. So just food for thought. Listen, man, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. In purpose, in freedom, and in power. Make sure y'all hit the link in the description. Check out the website. Everything is consolidated. If you want to book a coaching call with me, if you want to check out my relocation app or your relocation app, go ahead and check that out. Everything is there for you to see. And yeah, man, the Patreon as well. We have hundreds of videos over there. Mindset videos, instructional videos. If you want to learn how to build your own AI website or your own AI app, you can go over to the Patreon and learn that as well. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Welcome to the afterpill.co, your one-stop shop hub for everything that I offer. Whether you're here to book a one-on-one coaching call, join the Patreon community, explore Horizon Atlas, your relocation app, or access my latest content and resources, you'll find it all right here. Choose your path, take action, and start building the life you want.